Let's talk about the death of this upcoming artist named Tidings. It seems that there is so much more to it than what is being reported.
You see, now in-law sent me that. So they say make we carry am go either general hospital or ministry hospital. No, we go treat the neck.
It was first said that he died from poison and that it was one of his close friends who poisoned him, which is pretty much the trend amongst young guys. But then it was reported that he died of overdose from specific hard drugs. However, from what I was able to gather, it seems to be so much more than just drug overdose. Just a little background, Tidings, whose name is also Richard Okonkwo, is a Igbo indigenous rapper, still up and coming but very popular around the southeastern part of Nigeria. He raps and sings in Igbo, and he seems to be a fast rising star, honestly. It was around the 10th of October 2022 that his death came on the news, that people began posting about it. However, that may have not been the day he died, and the situation that led to his death may have started long before the day he died. When his death was first announced, people who knew him did not take it seriously, and that is because they felt it's publicity stunt. In 2019, he had pretended to be mad, and everyone was worried for him only for it to be a publicity stunt. So when his death was announced, people were like, okay, he's trying it again. Unfortunately, his death was real this time. And ironically, unlike what is being said specifically regarding the drug consumption or the drug overdose, madness may have been the reason why he died. That is to say, the madness he faked in 2019 was what played a role in his death in 2022. His drug consumption is not something that I think is news to a lot of people who may be familiar with him. But drug overdose, as we know it, is something that, kills a person directly from the drug consumption itself. That is to say, when you overdose, the effect of the drugs itself is what probably stops your heart from beating or kills you instantly, or maybe over time. But his case was quite different. From a particular video circulating online regarding him in the hospital, this was before he died, you could see someone filming around and talking about the situation, and from what the person said, you could get the entire story. It seemed as though that Tidings had gone to consume something probably new or something out of what he usually takes, because whatever it was that he took affected his brain. From this chat conversation here, you could see where it was said, I swear, drug abuse got to his brain and he hurt himself to the extent of breaking his leg. So this is a conversation of people who knew him. This is a conversation between people who are close to the situation. And the video of him in the hospital pretty much confirmed that conversation that we just saw in that chat. It suggests that the drugs that he took or the substance that he may have taken made him to start acting mad because he was out of control, he did not know what he was doing, and in the process of trying to contain him, he had a very serious injury in his leg, a very deep one, and it seemed that that injury may have been the direct cause of his death. And I guess this happened in Lagos because the conversation going around seemed like they were in Lagos where this happened. Even though he's an Enugu-based or Enugu-born rapper, it seemed he died in Lagos. So when he had the injury, the friends, the people who were in charge of taking care of him, were not very sure what to do, because despite the injury, he was still running mad, he was still out of control. So it was a thing of, should we take him to a hospital or should we take him to a psychiatric ward? And it seemed like they brought him to a facility for the mental outburst. The place where they could calm his madness down, the place where they could calm him down from being out of control. And here you could see him sleeping, he was resting, he was on the drip. However, the injury on his leg was still there. It was still bad. And the people that ran the facility encouraged his friends to take him to an actual hospital where they could treat that injury before they could probably bring him back to work with the mental situation that was going on with him. And that was it, guys. It seemed as though he lost a lot of blood from the injury and gave up. So it's clear it's not poison nor overdose, because he had enough time and he was still alive for a period of time. So in as much as it's not drug overdose, it's safe to say this is drug related. It's a drugs complication. This is one of the effects of doing hard drugs and abusing substances. It may not directly hurt you, but it may make you get yourself in situations that you may not come out of. His death is very painful and quite tragic, seeing that he's a very talented, very gifted young performer. He literally was coming to take the industry by storm, and in as much as he has been around for a while, he is quite gifted, quite talented. And to see his entire career and his entire future ahead of him just go like that due to substance abuse, it's quite painful, and it seems like a conversation that a lot of young boys and girls need to have amongst themselves. This wouldn't be the first time we are dealing with a case that was drug related. This wouldn't be the first time, and I hate to say this, it may not be the last time. We need to have this conversation regarding drugs. We need to put the words out there. We need to let people know that, yes, you might think you are in control of it, you know your limits, but there comes a point when one might just be carried away with the fun and the feeling and might just engage in one of these drugs that may make them do something that they wouldn't come out of, and such is this case. Maybe if the injury wasn't there, or maybe if the injury wasn't as bad as it looked, maybe if he didn't lose that much blood, or maybe it was just the mental health they had to deal with, I guess he would probably still be alive today. But just to be clear, some sources are still of the opinion that, it's the drug overdose that affected him later on, and yada yada yada, and that is still possible. It's a whole lot of complication, and it's quite sad. So thank you guys for watching. Please don't forget to like this video, comment your thoughts, share with your friends, and hopefully bring up the conversation regarding drug abuse so that people can be more aware of the effects. Don't forget to like and follow this page. Also subscribe to our YouTube channel. Turn on notification buttons. Should there be any updates, you will be the first to get notified. Thank you guys for watching.